Hello and welcome to another SprutCAM tutorial brought to you by SprutCAM America. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add the 5-inch Machinist Vise into SprutCAM. This is a Tormach vise. Off of Tormach.com on the product website, you can grab the solid model for this vise. The part number is 30553. I will also have a link to it in a knowledge base article for SprutCAM America. But essentially, you want to grab either the step or the IGES file, whichever of the two that come in that folder. You'll want to take one and just drag it right into SprutCAM. Okay, I've got it on my desktop here. I'm just going to drag it right in and hit OK. I'm going to turn stock off just so I can look at this. Now, you'll see we have our vise sitting like so. Okay. So our first step is to go to Model and choose Part and then select the vise. We want to then click Transform and Rotate. Let's rotate this around the X-axis 90 degrees and then hit Apply. Okay, so you can now see it looking like that. Let's zero out 90 and let's rotate it around Z-axis -90. And hit Apply and then close. Okay, so we are now looking at our vise like so, and this is all we need to do in the Model tab. So let's go to Machining tab. In Machining tab, let's click Fixtures and let's add a vise. Now we need to select the body and the jaw. All right, so let's double click body and let's go into this file tree here. So double click it. And for this vise, we are looking for level 0, 2, and 4. And then hit Add. We can then close, go down to Jaw, double click Empty for Jaw, and choose level 1 and level 3, and hit Add. Okay, so we now have our vise added in here as a fixture. We now need to give it a special set of parameters to limit where the jaw can move, and let's move this vise to a more accurate representation on the table itself. So first let's move it. All right, so we can just click vise and you'll see that you then get the ability to drag. These arrows right here are the arrows for moving in axes, Y, X, and Z, and this is to rotate around those axes. So I want it to be more over here in X, and you'll see that there's a model of it there still from when we imported it. So let's just hide that by disabling our geometry view on the right. And let's line this up here. So let's grab this and drag it, okay? And I'll adjust Y in a second. Let's get Z now. Z will snap to the table. So you don't have to, you can still, I mean, you can force it to go down, so don't obviously push it through there, but you'll feel it almost kind of just take control and it snaps it for you. And then we can just line Y up with the T-slots. All right. I have this kind of positioned where I want, and you know, maybe you want to move it in a little bit farther. This is all completely up to you. You can customize where this goes. All right, and let's now just adjust this jaw, because as you can see, we can send the jaw go in places that it physically can't. So let's highlight jaw down here and double click it. Or you can highlight it and hit properties. That will also work. So you'll see now that that jaw can go all the way to that point. It's defaulting to 200 inches. Let's make this 5 inches. All right. Now, when we look at this, we can now see that this can go into our jaws on that side, which is impossible. We want it to be right about here. So we're actually going to give this a max of 4, or you can actually drag these as well. Okay, but we want this to be a 4, and that'll take us right up to that point right there. And then because this is a 5-inch, we want this minimum then, which is defaulting to 0, to just be -1. And that'll give us that 5 inches of travel that we're looking for. Okay. So once you've got that, you can hit OK. And this can be done for any vise. All right. You can do this for a 4-inch. You can do this for a 6-inch. You can do this for whatever vise you may own. Follow the same rules. If you've got the solid model, just insert that in here. All right. So now that we've got that, we are ready to save this. We can actually save this for future use. So let's right click the vise and hit save. And we will name this 5-inch Machinist Vise and hit OK. Now when I go to load, there it is, sitting right there. So if I want to go and create a new project, has been modified, saved, nope, we're good. I've got a brand new machine here, no vices on it anywhere. You can go into load and choose it, and there you are. If you need multiple, you could actually load a second one and bring that in as well. This has been another SprutCAM tutorial brought to you by SprutCAM America.